Hey, what's going on, guys? Today I got a fun video for you because I know you're going to like it because the stuff is going to make you play better. And it's something that people have been asking me about. So today I'm going to tell you about tension and how to build tension into your riffs, licks, and solos and how to add that tension whenever you want it. All right, I'm sorry about that. I had to get that out of my system. I was dying to hit an E chord before we got started. So today we're going to be playing a sequence. I'm going to teach you about sequences and how we use them to build tension. This whole entire lesson is going to be about how to put the tension wherever you want it in a piece of music. It's in all the music you listen to, so I'm going to teach you how to build it into your music as well. It's not hard. I'm going to give you at least a couple of different ways to do it. There are a few ways to do it. We'll cover at least two. So let me just explain that playing a sequence of triplets, at least we're going to use triplets. I guess I should say that. I'm going to show you how to use triplets to increase your tension, but still keeping it in like an, if you want to keep it to something simple, I'm going to show you how to edit in a simple fashion. Then we can get more involved later on. But generally speaking, we're going to be using, for this first example, I'm going to show you how to use triplets and triplet picking to increase the tension in whatever you're playing. We want to build the tension, and then you're going to learn to release the tension, like the climax. Just like all songs build to the chorus, and then boom, they hit that chorus. And that's basically a version of tension and release. I'm going to show you how to build that very strongly into your stuff and how lots of songs use it. So let's just get started. The first thing I'm going to say is we're going to be playing sequences. So playing a sequence of triplets at least 2 times or more makes for a very easy way to add tension into your moves or your riffs, because it's not the traditional 4 count that we're so used to hearing. When you repeat the sequence of 3 times 2, you get 6. When you repeat that 6 over and over, you're left with a tension sound that's going to want to be released. Now, how do you release that tension? Well, that's what's going to make you you. That's what's going to give you your own style. There are a gazillion ways to release the tension. I will show you some ways to do it. I've mentioned some of these ways briefly in some other videos, but if you're not familiar with them, you will be today. I will be very clear on some ways to release that tension. So let's begin with the very first set that I'm going to show you how to use triplets when you cut a solo. First thing we're going to do is get a piece of music that we're going to put the triplets in. So we're going to use a little run in the key of E minor today. I'm going to use the key of E minor. I won't use that, but I'll use the key of E minor. Sometimes I just like to put darkness, in different places where it shouldn't go. Anyway. Guys, here's how this works. Let's say I'm building to the E sound in the key of E. So I'm building to this. I might start down here with just a simple 1 note. Again, we'll start simple and work our way in to something more difficult. First thing is just we'll use 1 note at a time, building triple, playing it 3 times each and building it to the E. Very simple way to add tension to something. So if you were playing a riff and you were not on the E, but you want to get to the E, you might do something like that. Very simple. There it is, building tension, and building your tension, and it releases to your E. So the simplest way to release it is just go to the root. That's just an easy way to do it, playing it 3 times, building it. Now, you can do it faster. It just depends on how fast your song is going. If the song is moving slower, then you want to build it slower. So you follow the speed of your song to determine how fast you're going to pull these triplets off. But that's just using one note. It's just an easy way to build tension, and you can practice it fairly simply and get it down in only a few minutes if you just watch. This isn't taking too long to understand that. The first thing you do is just copy what I'm doing so that you can hear yourself build the tension and release it to that E, to that root. Now, we're playing to the root of E in the key of E. If you play in a different key and build to E, you're going to get a different form of tension because you're not pulling to the root of the minor key. You're pulling to E as a different letter in another key. Here in the key of E minor, we're getting the minor sound of the key E minor. So we're on the traditional E sound, E minor sound, the Aeolian sound. And that is a simple way. Now, moving into another way to build tension, we can use the deuce. Takes a little longer. Depends where you're going with it, right? If I'm going to build, let's say I'm in the key of A minor, I'm going to build to this note, this A chord, which is high up here on the pitch. I walk it from the low side down here. And you're back to the A to release that tension. However you get there, I'm just making this stuff up as I go. But whatever you got to do to get to that A, you'll be releasing that tension once you build it up. Just a two-finger thing, see? So it's 2 fingers at a time. Now you can slide that set of 2 and add a slide in there. Now here, you can actually make a whole new riff using this chromatic thing. Now, Eddie Van Halen used tons and tons of chromatics in like every single song. So you could just write a riff that just... It's just that easy. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You just count it out. Just playing 3s is more tension than playing it in 4s. Now here you are. This stays in the key with the B, the C, and the D. So we're in the either E minor or A minor key, but we're only playing a few notes, and it just has the tension sound, the feel, because it's 3. And then you got a half step there. If you went to 1.5, it just, when you do something like 3s, it has a rushed feel to it. Like when someone says, come on, move along, move along, move along. You feel like, leave me alone. I'll move when I'm ready, but they're moving you along. Come on, move along, let's go, let's go. It's tension when they're telling you to scramble. Movement. They want you to move, right? The cop says, everybody move along, move along. He wants movement. He wants movement because movement is, it's a rushed feeling. It's tension moving. Movement is tension. If you're standing still, you're relaxed. So that's why they say, move along, move along. Well, you want the music to move along, move along. And you're creating that tension by doing so. When they say move along, it's a feeling of rushed. It's a rushed feeling when someone says to you, come on, move along, let's go. It makes you feel rushed. Well, so does 3, because it's not 4. And 4 is easy to count. 4 is easy to feel. That's why everything's written in 4/4, so that everyone can have a chance to feel it and like it. Now, when you take away one of those beats and leave it to 3, it creates a natural feeling of tension. So it's an easy way to use 3 to build yourself to the root. Now, there are just so many ways you can do that. I've showed you a couple. I'm going to show you another one right now using 3. Try 3 fingers. So we can tremolo pick. Not too, I mean, there's some tension there. The point is, just playing anything doesn't get you tension. These are dark notes. Some of this is, you got 3 notes on the string, but it's not tension. Tension needs to be built specifically, and we're using forms of triplets. That's not triplets. We're playing 3 notes, but it's not the tension. So understand that tension's built with using repeated groups of 3s. This is what we're doing here. Now we're going to go to 3s. Same thing. Now, another thing you can do is you can actually go to the Phrygian sound of whatever key you're in. So if we're in A minor, which is C major, we look at it from the major side. So from C major, we'd say the 3rd sound, C, D, E. E is the 3rd sound, so we would be looking for the E Phrygian sound in this key. So if we stay to the chords of the chords of the key of C major, A minor, and we focus on the E, we will get that E Phrygian sound. That is an automatic tension builder as well. And you don't have to play it in triplets, because automatically when you play to the Phrygian vibe, you're going to get a tension sound anyway. So Phrygian's going to give you tension no matter what. If we're in E minor, the common Phrygian sound is B. And that's going to want to build to that E sound that you saw me build to earlier. Now, when you're building Phrygian tension in E minor and you're using this B Phrygian sound, it's a very common thing to do is to play this F sharp Locrian box pattern. So for you guys that like the key of E minor and you're into the modal sounds, you would want to learn this F sharp Locrian box pattern. You see me use it in like 90% of these intros because it's my favorite pattern. Learn that pattern because the B Phrygian sound is right there in this pattern, and you're right here down by the low E. You're all over this first 3-4 frets. So whenever you're playing in E minor, that B Phrygian sound, tension is right there next to your F sharp Locrian sound, which is also tension. We didn't even get there yet, but Sidetracking for a split second, the Locrian sound is also tension in it, but that wants to pull to the major tone. That's why we don't use it a whole lot. When we use it in a diminished form. We don't pull the F sharp to the G, because typically that's what it likes to do. But we use it because it's a half step from G, and we play the half step. But B is a more of a natural Locrian, natural tension sound, and since it sits in this pattern right here, we might as well know it. So you can use this Locrian pattern and build your tension up to this E or to either E. But this is a nasty box because it's dark and it's low in pitch and it's right near the E. It's got three things going for it. And what do they say? Three is a charm, right? It's a great, you can also, because it's in a low section of the guitar, it's really nice if you throw a little chromaticism in there. It just fits. By the way, I'm going to show you a little secret of one of the little things I do for sound. So one of the things I like to do is take the blues box that we use when we play a pentatonic scale, we turn it into the blues scale, which is adding that flat at 5. One of the things I will naturally do, especially on recordings when I write, is I will add in the note below the flat at 5. I go like this. We play this E. So if I'm in A minor and we have the E flat as the flat at 5, when I get to the G and the A, for no reason other than I like the sound, I don't really care. I'm not paying attention to what the note is. So again, I'm not paying attention to the music theory here. I'm just going by what I like, because the theory is only it just tells you what's in the key and what's not in the key. It never tells you what to play and what not to play. So I decided that I like when I pretend this is also a flat at 5 thing. And I just repeat this, and then I go back to the real flat at 5. It's just an extra step. I don't know, it just gets to continue. It's longer than just the one flat. It's longer than that now. You can stretch it out. It's whatever's going to make you play better. When I'm on this A, I will often do this. I'll turn this, technical difficulty once again. I will turn this into a Phrygian dominant move in the key of A minor by going to the E with the G sharp like this. Because anytime you use the G sharp in the A, or and then you go to from this G sharp, you waltz. I'm sorry, where am I here? A. So if I'm on this G sharp in the A, most of the time I don't play the chord, I play the note, because I don't want this D sharp note in there influencing the sound. And then I walk from the G sharp, the minor third down to the F, then the E. And it gives me that Phrygian sound, and Phrygian dominant sound in A minor. All these different things to build tension. I drop. So I don't have to be using the Phrygian dominant sound in the song until I really just want to use it for that teeny weeny spot to release the tension. I won't use it anywhere else. I have a thing in A minor doing whatever, you know. And then all of a sudden I'll go. That's it. Now, I'll be in A minor, but you'll still see me use the F sharp when I'm in the key of A minor, because I'm going to do this little thing. C, B, F sharp, G. I'm going to go. Now, I don't care that it's not in the key of A minor. I like the way it sounds. I'm the artist creating it. I say what goes. Just like you're going to do. You're the boss of what you write. You just be confident in what you do and just justify it by being confident. If someone says, like, not that they ever would, but why are you playing F sharp when you're in A minor? Because I can. That's why. I live in a country that I can. All right? Ways to build tension. Another way to build tension, a big way, is to run a full triplet set all the way up the scale to the root, doing doubles but triples. Double triples, we call it. The triple double, right? It's in another video I have called 332. And I teach you how to do all that. But I'm going to show you the run right now, how you can just play two groups of 3 or more if you want to, but something like that. So it'd be like playing it twice each. Doubling it up. If you're in the rhythm side, just same thing. You're building it. Now, if you want to go longer, you might do something like this. And you take your time building the thing all the way from octave to octave. Now, with that, you can do triplets with 1 finger or 2 or 3. Right? Just walk it all the way up. Or something like that. You're just building up using 3s. Get to the root. I'm on the A minor key now, so I go to the A. So I start with this F, E, F, G. I go maybe to this A, B, C. And I might go B, C, D. Then E, F, G. Then I walk it F, G, A maybe. Then it's going to be G, A, B. B, C, and D. Or, I'll do a B, C, D thing. Then E, F, G, right? Then we'll do F, G to the A. And you're just building it a little at a time using the 3s. Different ways to use the number 3. But you play it 4 times so the measure stays to 4 and keeps everything in 4. But these are ways to build your tension, guys. So what you might want to do is practice slowly coming out of one piece, build the tension, get back into another piece. So you'd practice just putting something slow together. And when you got it, then you want to practice that, enough to make it smooth so that it sounds decent. Or maybe like a... If you know your D string, you can go from the A to the D and walk it. Ways to release tension, dropping chords. You can do something like this where you're on the chords. Now you release. You're building up the tension, then you're bringing it down, you're building it up, and kabanga boom, you get back to the E. When all you're doing is walking a little lick after the chord itself that stays in whatever key you want to be in. I'm playing off the key of E minor here, so I'm going to see the F sharp will be used. CBA, right? What do we got there? CBA, G, F sharp, E. So or you could do a little thing where you don't walk it up so quick. This is your G Ionian pattern. Very, very popular pattern to use when you're playing in the key of E minor, because there's a lot of notes that get you to this E note here. And then Ionian, that 7th fret E is in that Ionian pattern. And that is a very prominent spot for the key of E minor. So you want to know this pattern. And there's another way to release your tension. Just a lot of ways you can do that. Released it. There you go. There's a lot of ways. There's different things you can do to it. You can do. I mean, I guess you can come up this side on the high side and do a little. Another way to release tension. That is building less tension, so it releases less tension. It's just rolling down your notes and bringing them to the root. But basically what you're doing in this type of thing is you're either going for the Phrygian sound to the root for tension, and you don't have to establish it very long. So again, it could just be a little bridge piece. And then you're back into a chorus section, which might be like a... So something like that you're building to, you're just... Now... So that triplet thing comes in great when you're not playing it. The song is doing some other beat, and then you throw in, come to that triplet thing. It's a wicked thing, building tension. And guys, that is how you use threes and to build your tension, grouping it into threes and sixes and back and forth between three. And groups of threes and sixes work well when you're in 4/4 because it goes from a 3 to a 4. So it's like a 3-on-4 feel type of thing. But it's not hard to do because all you're doing is counting the 3 and you count to it 4 times. Now the 4th one here, I just got to the 4, but you get what I'm saying. If you wanted in 4/4, then you just use 4 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. Simple. You wouldn't go, it's too quick. You'd be missing a beat in there. Guys, I hope this helps you. I hope I explained a little bit about how to put some tension into your music. It's a fun, easy way to do it. And once you can do this, you'll understand now how to put tension in. You can now put it in various ways. This isn't the only way you're going to be able to do it. And by the way, just so if you guys got a whammy bar, get to whammy it. That's a wicked sound. I hope you guys learn how to do that. I got a video showing you how to pop the whammy bar. See you guys in another video. Thanks for watching. You guys are awesome.